As someone who likes archiving all my live streams as well as uses a lot of storage for video editing and game development in general, the recent hard disk drive HDD shortage news has gotten me very concerned for the future of normal consumer storage, since everyone has a lot of files and our computers inherently always have limited space, so we always need to extend our storage capacity through other means, either through an SSD or an HDD. However, with these shortages, we won't get either. So instead of making a video to complain about the recent shortage, I took matters in my own hands and learned how to reformat old Xbox and PlayStation hard drives. Like all the external hard drives you can add to your PlayStation or Xbox system. I've learned how to reformat them to PC, and I'll be showing you 2 methods today in order to do so that you can do it for yourselves. And when you buy these used at video game stores, they're pretty cheap. A lot cheaper than what you would see in the market right now, especially through Amazon or any other distributor. It's a lot cheaper. And another thing to note before I start, both of these are 1 terabyte drives from Seagate. So basically every hard drive that you use for an Xbox or a PlayStation, it's gonna be a Seagate drive most of the time. One thing I'm gonna note before I go into the explanation, I only know how to do this on Windows computers. I don't know how to do this on iOS, Mac devices, and or Linux. I don't know how to do it on either of those 2 options. However, if there's high interest in me doing a video like this for Mac operating systems or Linux, please let me know down in the comments below, and I might try to learn both of those in order to make videos on how to reformat old used HDDs for those platforms. However, for today, we're only going to do Windows. And we're going to start off with going into the disk management application on your computer. That can easily be found by writing format disk on your search bar for Windows 11 or any other Windows version you use. And in disk management, you can see where all your disks are that store your data. For which disk 0 is the main one that your computer comes with. Every computer has basic storage. I have an extended storage of 15 terabyte drive from Seagate as well, currently plugged into my computer. I am not going to be reformatting that today because that's where all my live streams are stored. Every single archive of the previous streams I've done for the past 6 months, it's in that drive. I don't want to reformat that. So let's go ahead and plug in one of the 1 terabyte drives for the PlayStation. Or originally for the PlayStation. They're now going to be for PC. So let's wait for it to load, and it's right here. So the first thing we're going to be doing is right-clicking disk 2 and pressing initialize disk. And we're going to be doing the partition style of GBT for this. Alright, so it's no longer an unknown disk, and we can see that it stores 1,863 gigabytes, which is basically... Did I say 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes at the beginning of the video? Oh crap, this is a 2 terabyte drive. Oops. Well, yes, this is me formatting a 2 terabyte drive, not a 1 terabyte drive. My apologies for that slip at the beginning of the video. I don't know where that came from. But anyways, we're gonna right click onto this rightmost column and make a new simple volume. And there's going to be a wizard coming up for this new simple volume to set it all up. So we're going to press next here. Check the megabyte size of all this, which is looking pretty good. Alright, assigning the drive letter, since I already have drive D connected, I'm going to name this E. You can choose whatever number you want for the drive, but I'm just going to name this E. Alright, and formatting this volume with the following settings. NTFS, that's pretty standard. I just recommend doing that. Default allocation unit size, and we could rename our HDD right here in the volume label. I'm going to go ahead and name it New Drive. And this can be reformatted at any time. We're also going to perform a quick format as well. Alright. Yep, we have completed the format, and we're going to press finish. It's now currently formatting. There we go, we have the new drive available on our computer. Alright, the next one we're going to do is going to be a little bit more interesting, because for those who don't want to use disk management or want to be more hands-on with this process, we're going to go open up Command Prompt. So let's go ahead and unplug this drive. and get on to Command Prompt with our other hard disk drive. I've got to get it out of its bag first. Huh. The rubber band that the wire was connected to is breaking apart. I hope that's not, you know, a sign that this is not going to work. Because I did get a hard drive recently during the test for this video when I was still learning how to do this that, you know, did not work at all due to internal damage in the hard drive itself. I've already shucked that hard drive and tried multiple attempts to, you know, get it to work again. However, it may be, you know, it was dead on the shelf. So, like, that might have been the occasion that it was on. So, yeah, I've already had one dead hard drive that I got through this venture. But so far, I've been pretty much 3 for 4 on, you know, good 2 terabyte drives from Seagate. So let's go ahead and plug in this other one right here. See that it connects to disk number 2 on our system. Alright, now let's open up Command Prompt, and we're going to be needing to use admin for this. Alright. So in order to start off using the admin commands, we are first going to check my notes to make sure I write everything correctly. We're first going to write this part. Alright, and now since we're on disk part, which looks into our disk for the computer, we're going to be selecting disk number 2. Select disk 2. If you don't have any other additional hard drives on your system, you can just write select disk 1, but we are formatting disk 2 today, not disk 1. Disk 2 is now the selected disk. So let's go ahead and clean it up in case it has not already been cleaned. Alright. The next thing we're going to do is convert GBT. This is very similar to the initialization process through disk management, but through Command Prompt this time. So we converted it to the GBT format, and now we're going to be creating the partition primary. Alright, after doing that, we're going to format the whole system. So fs equals to ntfs quick for a quick format. So in order to format the disk after creating the partition, you're going to write format fs equals ntfs quick, which is very similar to the previous example we showed before. Alright, now it's going to show us the percentage as it goes. This may take a moment. Or it will be instantaneous. Alright, we have formatted it, and now we're going to assign it a letter. Assign, we've already done E this video, so we're going to give it the value of F. Oh, hold on. Did I not do that correctly? Oh, nope, I also misspelled that. Hold on. Nope. Help. Sign. Ah, okay, that's what I did wrong. Okay, so we need to write assign letter. Got it. So assign letter equals F. Alright, we now have the new hard drive available on our computer. So don't be like me when you're trying to name the letter for the disk drive. Always be sure to write assign space letter equals the letter you want for your hard drive. So yeah, that is basically how you can reformat a used and or old Xbox or PlayStation external hard drive. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, please let me know. And for one final clarification before I end everything today, this method is not a foolproof, tutorial on how to get this to work. Because for me, in my experience of reformatting different HDDs, only 4 times of my 5 it's been successful. There's been one time where I had to shuck the casing off, and now I have a dead hard drive. Mainly because I did not break it. It was already dead on the shelf before I bought it. Obviously, I can't return this because I opened up the case and messed with, the interior of this drive already, so I'm not going to be returning this at all. But I do have a new thing to experiment with, because even though this hard drive may have internal damage or, may not be working anymore, I might be able to reuse some of these parts. Now, of course, before I do any of that, I will try to connect this to my SATA port on my PC unit just to see if I can get it to work for one final attempt. However, I have some deadlines I need to get done first in my video game work, so I'm not going to be messing with my motherboard anytime soon. However, one day in the future, I'm gonna be experimenting with this guy within my SATA port. However, that's for another, will I make a video on that? I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on that. I will leave it up to you down in the comments below. And if you want to see more general tech videos where I do experiments like this in the future, please let me know. I've had a lot of fun while working on this video in the past like 30 minutes. So yeah, if you want to see more content like this in the future, please let me know. And I'll see you all next time.
Okay, okay.